Derek Bieri, the mastermind behind Vicegrip Garage, has experienced a whirlwind of life changes that most people could hardly imagine. From breathing new life into rusty old cars to capturing the hearts of millions, his journey looked unstoppable until cracks began to surface. Controversies he never anticipated soon turned his dream into something far more complex. Join us as we dive into the unexpected turns that reshaped the life of this beloved automotive figure. Derek's connection to cars wasn't something he was born with, it was something he built. Raised on a farm in Minot, North Dakota, where he was born on May 16, 1984, he grew up in a world where fixing things wasn't just a skill, it was a way of life. His father and grandfather repaired everything they owned, from farm equipment to household appliances, and only replaced items when absolutely necessary. This resourceful mindset laid the foundation for how Derek would later approach car restoration. His journey wasn't simply about repairing vehicles, it was rooted in a much deeper experience. As he grew older, Derek became skilled with more than just basic repairs. He mastered welding, manufacturing, and building custom cars using whatever materials he could find. His talents eventually led him to manage auto shops and take on custom car builds. Rather than pursue formal training, Derek chose to learn through experience, valuing hands-on work over classroom lessons. His education came through trial and error, and every mistake helped shape the craftsman he became. In 2007, Derek decided to take his passion to the internet. That's when Vicegrip Garage first appeared on YouTube. Inspired by other automotive content creators, he decided to give it a shot himself. His big breakthrough came with the restoration of a 1969 Camaro Z28. Viewers were hooked by his practical, no-nonsense approach and his ability to save vehicles most people would have written off. It wasn't long before his audience started growing steadily. The success of Vicegrip Garage didn't happen overnight. What made the channel special was Derek's ability to take forgotten cars and give them a second chance, while telling a story along the way. His approach wasn't about flashy tools or technical jargon, it was about proving that with determination and a bit of elbow grease, anything could be brought back to life. Over time, his channel gained a devoted following, becoming a go-to for car enthusiasts who appreciate the gritty reality of restoration work. Derek's path wasn't always centered around YouTube. For a significant period, he traded the garage for a corporate career. He swapped his grease-covered clothes for business attire, spending his days in meetings while still working on cars at night to stay in touch with his passion. But eventually, the call of the garage became too loud to ignore. He left the boardroom behind, walked away from the world of suits and schedules, and returned to what truly made him happy, rescuing old cars and bringing them back to life. These days, he's back to doing what he truly loves. With over 2 million subscribers and counting, Vicegrip Garage has become a major success. His journey from growing up on a farm in North Dakota to becoming a YouTube star in Tennessee shows that it's never too late to change your path. While many people associate luxury with money and material things, he found it in something far more meaningful: freedom. The freedom to do what he loves every day, and on his own terms. Before diving into this new life, he had already built a solid reputation in the corporate world. He had led teams, served as a company president, and found traditional success. But deep down, it wasn't fulfilling. The meetings, the suits, and the deals just didn't make him happy. That's when he made a bold move. He walked away from it all to pursue garage life. But it wasn't just about fixing cars, it was about building a connection with people, sharing his passion, and making everyday life more enjoyable. To most, success means being able to afford flashy things. For him, success meant something different. It meant walking away from a job he never truly enjoyed and finding comfort in chasing what made him smile. And that's exactly what he's done. All thanks to his YouTube channel, he's now living the kind of life that many only dream about. Vicegrip Garage wasn't his first step into the automotive world. His love for cars had always been there, even during his corporate years. Everything really kicked off with a Camaro Z28, the car that sparked it all. He began filming his work using a broken iPhone. No fancy equipment or editing. That first video wasn't polished, but it was authentic. He didn't pretend to be an expert, he simply shared what he was doing. And that honesty resonated with viewers. Leaving behind a steady office job wasn't easy, but it led to a new chapter that brought both personal joy and a spotlight to forgotten cars. His videos have since gained millions of views. While the money that came with YouTube's success was a bonus, it also opened new doors. Not long after, he had his own show on Motor Trend, Roadworthy Rescues. Vice Grip Garage grew into a recognizable brand, and soon he was selling merchandise, tools, and car supplies, all while staying focused on the work he loved. As for how he uses his earnings, it's pretty straightforward. He buys more cars and takes care of his family. His collection continues to grow, and when he's not working in the garage, he's spending time with his loved ones. This isn't just a job or a hobby, it's a way of life. And his family is a big part of it. In late 2021, he made a move that surprised many fans. He packed up and relocated from Minnesota to Tennessee. The decision was driven by a desire for a better lifestyle, less time commuting, more time with family, and a more comfortable way of living. He shared the experience on his second YouTube channel, Vice Grip Lodge. Tennessee offered more affordable living, but even more importantly, it offered a better quality of life. Back in Minnesota, he was spending more than an hour each day driving to and from work. Over time, that commute added up to nearly 30 full days every year, time that could have been better spent with his family or under the hood working on cars. When he moved to Tennessee, everything changed. He set up a new shop just a short drive from home, which gave him more freedom to be with his loved ones and focus on what he enjoys most. Some weeks, he now clocks in an impressive 130 hours working on car projects. Tennessee also came with another major perk, milder winters. Unlike in Minnesota, where snow and freezing temperatures could bring work to a halt for months, he could now stay productive all year long. That consistent work, combined with the state's central location, made it the perfect place to dive deeper into the world of motorsports. With more time for family, better weather, and easier access to racing events, the move made perfect sense. His passion for racing has only grown stronger. In 2021, he stepped into competitive racing at the Midwest Drags event. While his first ride, a lowered ice cream truck, was more for fun than anything else, it sparked something in him. Things got more serious when he entered Rocky Mountain Race Week with his Mustang, affectionately named El Toro. Clocking 8-second runs, he quickly found himself more and more drawn into the racing world. But for him, it's not just about speed. What keeps him coming back is the community. It's the drag and drive events, the camaraderie, and the shared love for the sport that make it truly meaningful. His love for cars isn't just about fixing them, it's about pushing them to their limits on the track and being part of something bigger than himself. One of the standout cars in recent races has been his 1972 Chevy Chevelle, known as Independence. That car means a lot to him. It's not perfect, a little beat up, but it keeps going strong. That's the spirit behind the name Independence. It's all about resilience and grit, qualities he relates to on a personal level. Throughout the years, he's managed to chase his racing dreams without spending a fortune. He's always wanted to prove that car restoration and racing aren't just for the wealthy. Anyone with passion and a willingness to get their hands dirty can do it. That's what Vice Grip Garage is all about. His videos aren't flashy or filled with expensive parts, they reflect the mindset he grew up with: make the most of what you have. Eventually, his work on Vice Grip Garage caught the eye of Motor Trend, and in 2022, he landed his own reality show, Roadworthy Rescues. It was a natural next step from his YouTube roots. While Vice Grip Garage focused on projects done without strict deadlines, Roadworthy Rescues challenged him to fix up cars under tighter time frames. In the very first episode, he revived a 1967 Mustang that had been sitting untouched for nearly 30 years. Each new rescue brings a fresh set of challenges, and audiences love watching him hunt down forgotten cars and bring them back to life. From tackling impossible restorations to overcoming the unexpected, Derek's journey proves that with enough determination, hard work really can lead to something amazing. Even as his popularity has grown, he hasn't been free from a few rumors and controversies. There were whispers about a Vice Grip Garage lawsuit, but it turned out to be nothing more than speculation. The confusion started when he jokingly referred to a 1965 Chevy C10 as the lawsuit, which some people misunderstood. The only truly unfortunate incident occurred when a valuable carburetor was stolen from his farm. In response, his family offered a $5,000 reward for any information that could lead to catching the thief. At the heart of Vice Grip Garage is someone who doesn't just bring old cars back to life, he also knows how to spot a good opportunity. Some vehicles are kept, while others are sold to keep the channel running smoothly. The content stays fresh and engaging, ranging from complete restorations to unique custom builds. One of his latest additions is a series called Will It Run and Drive, where he revives old vehicles to see if they can still perform. The series has quickly become a favorite among fans. Vice Grip Garage is truly a family venture. His wife, Jessica, plays a key role behind the scenes, and their 3 sons are growing up surrounded by tools and grease. Though they are not quite old enough to race yet, they are already learning how things work in the garage. The youngest, Bentley, has even started his own YouTube channel, Little Grip Garage, where he works on go-karts and dirt bikes. The channel has already attracted a loyal audience, and it's clear that the passion for cars is being passed down to the next generation. Though Bentley's channel is smaller than Vice Grip Garage, it's building a strong following of its own. Much like his dad, Bentley dives into projects like customizing golf carts and repairing go-karts. He's learning by doing, just like his father once did, and loving every minute of it. His channel is living proof that the Bieri family's love for all things automotive is alive and well. His philosophy is simple: make car restoration and racing accessible to everyone. It's an approach that has inspired countless fans. Now, as he supports Bentley in continuing the family tradition, it's clear that his influence is already shaping the next generation. Bentley is finding his own place in the car world, and there's every hope that he'll build on what he's learned and take things even further. What started as a solo passion project has become a full-on family endeavor, and the Bieri name seems destined to remain a fixture in the automotive scene for years to come. His journey has taken him from a rural life in North Dakota, through time in the corporate world, to now finding success on YouTube. It hasn't been a straight path, but that's part of what makes his story so compelling. He's carved out his own lane and stayed true to his roots. Whether he's fixing up a rusted-out ride or just goofing around with his kids, he represents what it really means to love cars. For him, it's never been about the fame or the money, it's about doing what he loves and sharing it with others. That road hasn't always been smooth. There were long nights, tough decisions, and moments when success felt far off. But he never strayed from who he is, and that sincerity is what keeps viewers coming back. He's not trying to be the biggest or the flashiest, just a guy with a deep love for cars and a desire to share that with others. And for many, that authenticity is more than enough. Thinking back to when he first got his hands dirty as a teenager, it wasn't glamorous work, but it was the beginning of something real. An honest start to a journey built on passion, grit, and an unwavering love for cars. He often worked with whatever spare parts he could find and faced plenty of failures before achieving any real success. Those early struggles, however, became valuable lessons that he carried into the creation of Vice Grip Garage. It was never about having the best tools or a flawless plan. It was about showing up, getting hands-on, and giving it a shot. That mindset is what he's always embraced, and it's a big reason why people admire him today. A major part of his journey has always been rooted in family, from learning how to fix things alongside his dad and grandpa, to now involving his wife and kids in Vice Grip Garage. His story is deeply connected to the people closest to him. Jessica has been a constant presence, working behind the scenes to help run the channel and keep everything organized. Her role has been a key factor in the channel's success. Now, he is passing down that same knowledge to his sons, just as his father once did for him. Derek's passion for cars has become a shared family mission, and their teamwork continues to fuel the next chapter of their story. Bentley, the next generation of the Bieri family, is already stepping into the world of car restoration. His channel, Little Grip Garage, gives him the opportunity to start learning, growing, and building his own community. But it's about more than just cars, it's about gaining responsibility, developing problem-solving skills, and understanding the value of hard work. Derek has always believed in the power of hands-on experience and is making sure Bentley gets that same foundation. Vice Grip Garage is far more than just a YouTube channel. It represents an entire way of thinking. It proves that you don't need to be wealthy or have a top-tier workshop to work on cars. All it takes is a few basic tools, the drive to learn, and a whole lot of determination. The channel offers tons of tips for doing things on a budget, and he's never afraid to show his mistakes. That honesty has struck a chord with viewers and is a huge part of why he's become so popular. The road hasn't always been easy. Juggling content creation, running a business, and maintaining time for family is no small feat. It's been a challenge, but he's managed to find a rhythm. Moving to Tennessee played a big role in making that balance possible, giving him the space and time to focus on what matters most, his family and his passion for cars. Another key part of his success has been his genuine connection with his fans. He's always taken time to engage with his audience, whether it's replying to comments or meeting people at events. He understands that without his supporters, Vice Grip Garage wouldn't be what it is today. That appreciation shows in everything he does, and it's one of the reasons his fan base remains so loyal. His passion for cars goes far beyond the mechanical side. It's about the stories each vehicle carries. Every car he works on has a past, and he loves uncovering those histories and giving them a second life. Whether it's a forgotten car left in a field or a classic that needs some care, he approaches each build with respect and purpose. He knows these cars hold meaning for people, and he takes that responsibility seriously. As the years have gone by, his collection has grown, from old trucks to muscle cars. Each one has a unique story, and he enjoys sharing them with his audience. It's never been about owning the rarest or most expensive cars. It's about finding the ones that speak to him and bringing them back to life. And when a project is finished, there's nothing quite like the satisfaction of watching it roll down the road once again. Derek has always had a passion for taking cars that others have written off and proving they still have life in them. He's naturally drawn to the underdogs, the vehicles that people have abandoned. Although it's a tough challenge, it's one that Derek thrives on. This approach is what makes Vice-Grip Garage so unique. Rather than seeing an old, rusty car, Derek sees potential and a story that's far from over. As Vice-Grip Garage continues to grow, Derek shows no signs of slowing down. He's constantly on the lookout for the next car that needs rescuing. Derek is eager to share every step of his journey with his audience. His story serves as a reminder that success doesn't require following the conventional path. It's about working hard, taking risks, and staying true to yourself. Derek Bieri's journey is far from finished. There are still countless cars out there waiting to be saved, and Derek is just the person to restore them. From rusty frames tucked away in barns to forgotten classics left to overgrow in fields, each car has a story to tell. Through Vice-Grip Garage, Derek has built a community of car enthusiasts who understand the importance of hard work, perseverance, and a bit of elbow grease. His passion and expertise show us that even the most neglected machines can be revived. As long as there are cars in need of rescue, Derek will be there, wrench in hand, ready to breathe new life into them. Was Derek Bieri's move to Tennessee a fresh beginning, or does it signal deeper challenges that have yet to be revealed? Share your thoughts, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.